And then he lost to Jesus.
Hey, hello everyone! My name is Duran, and we're back. We just finished
Jesus Christ, we're so
almost gently sending off a couple orcs with families, and wow, okay, that was a fight. So something we're gonna be doing for this kind of day stage, we're gonna be doing something called skill checks, right?
Skill challenge.
Skill challenges. Okay. How this is gonna work? What? Okay. Skill challenges, which means I have an order here of how everybody's gonna go. You pretty much can have conversations and do whatever. It's just a way to narratively push the story. You need to beat 13 using whatever skill you want. You can't use the same skill twice, so please be aware of that. We're gonna go in order, and we kind of tell the stories of you guys narrating. I'm gonna say this is our skill challenge. I'm gonna say the name. You guys roll for whatever, and then just if it's something that's kind of out of the range, just justify it and say like, okay, Kerma rolled a 17 on strength. Okay, so Kerma kind of pushes a log out of the way so you guys can continue on your path. You're pretty much you need 10 successes to finish this day, and 3 failures will. You don't want to know what happens after 3 failures.
I really want to know what happens after 3 failures.
Let's not get to 3 failures. So 10 successes,
No.
3 failures. You guys just got onto the. You guys just got onto the cart. You guys are just making your way down the.
Making my way downtown.
Making your way down the forest town.
Because I'm homebound.
That's his home. Because we're homebound. So you guys can do whatever you want, and I'll let you guys know.
So I'm sitting on top.
Oh yeah, who's sitting on top?
I'm up by the
These
carriage
two.
too.
Okay. Anna and Lucky at top.
I'm gonna sit on the roof of the carriage
I
too.
think a lot of dexterity savings.
I want to be.
You get just so you know, if you're on the cart, if you're sitting on it,
Scare me.
you're fine. If you stand up, that's a dexterity saving throw. Just so you know.
Okay.
Because that'd be annoying, like, dexterity saving, and dexterity saving. Okay. Okay, so you're good.
I'm confused as to the difference between like how my skills and my saving throws are. I think my math is off.
Saving throws are pretty much. I say that you have to do a saving throw. Someone else, like, when you guys were attacking the orcs, they had to do a wisdom saving throw. They're almost the same as normal skills. Just I tell you to do saving throws. You do skills on your own.
Now,
Like
in
how
the
sorry, continue.
in the boxes, like there's the numbers. Like if my strength for saving throw, should that be the same? That's not the same number as my strength that it ends up being in my skills, because then I have my proficiencies to think about.
Right. So if you have your strength on the left-hand side of those boxes in the list, right? The left-hand column.
Yes.
Right? That's just your benchmark. That's your passive ability, so to speak.
Yeah.
Passive strength.
Right. Now those saving throws to the top right, that's your modifier that you add when you're doing those said saving throws.
Trying to save yourself.
Yeah. And then your skills are separate. So you're not going to have a strength skill check. I mean, it can be considered a skill check because you have that plus or minus proficiency bonus on it. But it's there as a separate definitive box because it's used more often for saving throws. This way your eye immediately can go to it.
Okay.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to rehash some. At some point, numbers were confused.
Okay.
Don't worry,
We'll figure it out
So
then.
it has to be.
Okay.
Alright,
So Anna, you're gonna start off with the first skill challenge.
I wanted to ask Lucky a question.
Okay, ask the question, then
Alright.
I'm saying you're the first.
Lucky, do you have that business card?
Yeah.
Did you take it?
Yeah, why?
Oh, can I see it?
Why?
Can I see it?
Sure. I'm gonna pass it over.
She's gonna destroy it.
I knew it.
Oh my goodness. She
Why,
is out of control.
I do want to ask you this, Anna. You seem very calm. You always claim to be nobility, but I've never met a noble person as, and don't take this the wrong way, bloodthirsty as you. And I mean that honestly as a compliment in a way.
She's a witch.
You
You're
can't
inside.
hear us.
I'm gonna say that the card is open and most
God
conversations
damn
are
it.
open.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
The popcorn side sting commentary. But keep going.
Yeah, but no, just what family do you come from that you have this sort of mentality? If you don't mind me asking.
I am a de Orleans, 13th generation.
Right. Do I know what that means?
Do I know what that
Roll
means?
history.
11 plus 2. That's 13.
You've heard about it here and there, but not enough to. You know, it's a nobility name. Not
Yeah.
like she's making up a name, but yeah.
Lucky, I will tell you this. In spite of what action I just did, one does not simply hand another a business card, especially to a nobility in the room.
But it wasn't handed to you, it was handed to me. And that, in our trade, that's actually pretty common.
Great, but we are a party of people.
That's fair.
And I'm part of this group whether I like it or not.
Karma's about to throw a dart out.
You literally cannot. Physics cannot actually prove that.
That's fair, I
it would
guess.
go back.
It just lands behind you guys.
Yeah. So, this is what So this is when I say this, Lucky. As a noble, I must do what is right for my cause.
What is your cause?
That is much like every other noble's cause, which is to proclaim nobility and to withhold power. I'll leave you to think about that.
Okay, Anna,
Don't have to
give
think
me
much about it,
a skill challenge, please.
Yeah, sure.
You can roll whatever you want. Remember, you can't use that skill again on this for a couple rounds. It's pretty
So
much.
what am I?
You can roll perception. You can roll pretty much. You can justify with any kind of skill you have. Right? Yeah.
Well, generally you'd give them some sort of like.
I did check.
And
There's-
or, yeah.
There's this thing happening. How do you fix it?
Cause like having me like, it's like, hey, there's a tree fallen. I roll a history check.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I can tell that tree is 24 years old.
You can justify-
It looks
If
like
I
nice,
know
it looks like a
what
mature
kind of-
maple or oak tree. I'm not
Of
quite sure
course.
what it is. A tree.
I'm gonna see if you could spot anything down the road.
Okay. So basically to spot something down the road, that would technically be,
Perception.
yeah.
I can't imagine anything else. So history
Yoink.
says.
Hey, that's a 3.
We're on our way.
And that's one failure. Walking as you don't really see it, and you guys pretty much hit like a really big, and like everybody like inside the car just kind of like lifts up.
Everything falls off the
That's probably a fair point.
Yeah, give me a. I'm gonna say a dexterity saving throw to see if you can grab onto the thing, and if you don't fall off.
8 plus 0. 8.
Can I use Mage Hand to try and grab him?
That's
Yeah.
not gonna
No,
work.
it's not.
That's not gonna work.
Damn
I'm
it.
5 pounds.
Oh, that's right.
I think I would be 5 pounds.
So you guys have to stop the cart because Henrik has fallen off. I'm gonna roll it. Oh my god.
Damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll damage. That's 2 damage. Just from the height of the cart and you just falling to the floor.
Ow.
And I look back and go, oh god, I ran it in.
Yeah.
Henrik, you okay?
I'm good.
Can you get up?
Yeah.
Was Nikolai with you?
No, he's on the cart somewhere.
I mean, alright, good.
Just tell me. Come on, let's go.
I get back on top of the
You
cart.
get back
No
on the
fear.
cart and you guys continue
No
on your
fear.
way.
Brave man.
No fear, bitches.
Okay, you guys can keep talking until I give you guys the next skill challenge.
Yeah, so I mean, Lucky.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, something you have to understand about nobles. I've worked with nobles for a lot of my life. They like to keep secrets. They like to think about themselves as better than everyone
I'm
else.
not gonna write on it.
Because we are.
But they're very useful to keep around, and very useful not to have as enemies.
That's fair. And I'm not trying to make it known. It was an honest question.
That's fair. A
But
lot
I
of people
do-
don't have as much interaction with nobles as I do.
Well, I've had many indirect relationships with nobles.
Who?
And well, I don't know their name. I kind of just steal from them.
Oh.
I've never stolen from your family, if that makes you feel any better. It's
I
mostly...
couldn't care less.
Oh, perfect. But I do many of the dirty secrets they keep, because they tend to write things down. And I really hope you don't do many of the secrets that I've found, Hannah, because that's going to cause some trust issues in general.
What do you know?
Let's see, illegal fights of homeless.
Glory.
Glory. Oh God.
Glory, I said.
Torture. Oh, sorry.
Glory, GG.
Sorry.
That's right.
Torture chambers, which I will say that was terrifying.
Well, everyone has that.
It's pretty normal, to be honest.
Okay. Many slaves. Many
Yeah,
slaves.
we have that too.
I know you do.
Pretty good. There's pretty good resistance to it right now, but it's still catching wind.
A lot of necromancy.
Yeah, we
Which
usually do
is-
that too sometimes.
A lot of shrines to Cthulhu, which is really actually not that bad of religion.
Oh, there's only 1 or 2 families that do that. Thank you.
I'm gonna do the next skill challenge. This one in a completely different direction. Kerma. Let me just make sure that I know. Okay, give me the card is about to hit another kind of really big bump. It's not like a log, but it kind of just without them being able to see at their kind of angle, they don't see it. The card kind of dips down and then back up a little bit. So give me an athletics check to see if you can catch Cadence.
From falling out of
Yeah,
the
from
door?
falling out of her, not out of the cart, but out of like her chair, like directly to the floor.
I got a natural 1.
Fourth one.
But
A fourth one.
I have +6, so it's 7.
Yeah, it's
No,
still
but it's
nothing.
still
No, it's
natural
still a
1.
natural one.
Natural 1 stays natural.
Yeah,
It's not a
so
big deal.
they
Fail
don't.
two.
Oh
The
my
girl
God.
fell out of the car.
They don't really see it,
The
but
door wasn't locked.
yeah, the doors were locked, thankfully. And as that thing kind of dips down and back up, Cadence kind of like really then does that unexpected action, and pretty much is like without you don't even move. You kind of just watch her fall just like on directly to the floor, and she goes okay, and she just like I guess, and she kind of like makes her way back onto her seat.
Doesn't even help her up.
And yeah, you don't even help her up either. And she kind of just like now is like really like trying to hold on to like this railing that she's holding on to. And now it's like she puts her arm around it. Now she's like none, like with that face, like never again.
Suffering builds character, young lady.
And she goes, I guess.
Play it like you didn't even try it again.
You guys are good until
I also like how no one else did either.
you guys are good until your next one. So you have whatever conversations you want.
Yeah, we nobility, we tend to have ways of doing things.
Dark side for sure.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm not going to deny that.
And we can hear this, right?
Yeah, you got the top is open.
Did you ever do anything personal in the torture chambers? Personally yourself, I mean.
Ooh, what a scandalous.
My head is just like.
Give me a stealth check to see if you're like if she spots like a green what color are you?
Well, I think I'm actually black. No, I'm brown with
Stop
black.
calling him
I'm
green.
brown.
Come on,
I'm
guys.
brown with black. Like
2018.
spectrum.
Okay, so if they see like a brown figure pop out of thing, so roll for stealth because I want.
Natural.
What? That's the fifth one. He's done.
That's not a skill check, so then that's good.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah.
that's one he's done.
He drops her.
Yeah. So what happens is Cadence kind of watches you. She goes, I think you should be a little careful, and you kind of like glare at her a little bit, and you like. Hey kid, I know how to poke my head out of a thing. And not only do you miss it, you don't really catch your grip, and you hit your head like on the edge of the thing. Oh, here's like a ding, and then you kind of look up,
We're all
and then as the cart continues to move, you fall back like into the thing.
They didn't even notice me.
Yeah, no,
I
they
feel like we
noticed
noticed.
you. Yeah, no, they definitely heard
Look
you.
back when.
They're like, what's
You're
going
gonna-
on in
You're
there?
gonna take 1 damage just from was literally just like clumsily falling into the car, and like Cadence now has her legs up, and she's like not dealing with this right now.
Why am I being cursed?
It's because of that natural one in the beginning.
Yeah, TBH. So,
Okay, so just so you guys can keep going.
So, what was your question again? Just
It was so, and a dunk.
Bing.
The whole car probably moves.
Yeah.
500 pounds just went.
Have you
Yeah,
ever
and
tortured anyone
as he
personally?
falls back, the whole cart like kind of shifts from side to side, and you guys have to like really hold on.
Have I ever tortured anyone? No, dearie.
No?
Insight.
No. What?
I'm rolling insight.
Okay.
As well.
16.
What did you roll?
5.
5. Okay, so what are you rolling insight to?
To see if
Against
she
the
was
fact
lying.
whether or not I've tortured someone, and I'll just quickly type it out in the notepad because he rolled.
5. So
Yeah,
he
I'll
doesn't
just
really know.
tell
but he does.
him.
Okay. So what's happening inside the cart, guys?
I know everything.
So, Kerma, Uris,
She has.
do you guys?
No, but it's an inside. So
Wait, we
to be
didn't do our
honest with it.
scene change.
I know.
What?
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile-
inside the car.
Don't worry, guys. In a couple weeks, we'll have like the animation for Meanwhile.
I hope we do. It'd be
Yeah, we
great.
won't have a sound effects. We'll just make it ourselves. Okay, you're good.
It's even better.
Do you guys remember when we were fighting those guys, and we all decided to stop fighting them, and then you guys kept fighting them?
It was a matter of honor. I'm sure you'd understand.
I have been under the impression
hear
that
that.
Yeah,
this
you guys can
mission
all
was
hear all
a
these conversations.
secret
It's pretty
one.
quiet outside.
So anyone who encounters us, unfortunately, has to die.
Oris, I do also want to point out.
Yeah, you as you
claim-
say die, like Cadence goes like
Hey, Oryx, you say you did it out of honor, but you kind of challenged their honor by cursing them out and talking about, kind of crap about their families.
I don't recall doing such a thing. They came up to us menacingly.
And I mumble under my breath, so like maybe only they can hear. I was like, and that's why I stole your flesh last night.
Henrik, what are you proficient in?
Arcana, history, insight, investigation, nature, religion.
Those are all things you're
You're proficient in everything. What the hell?
Yeah.
okay.
What double classing nonsense did he pull?
Let me roll for. I'm gonna say. Wait, say those one more time. I'm sorry.
Arcana, history, insight, investigation, nature, religion.
Give me a nature check.
$25.
Thank God. Okay.
Because we really one fell away.
I know. I'm sorry. I failed.
Due to
It's my
your
best check.
thank God. Due to your pretty much your knowing nature in yourself, you're able to really spot like a little bit of a better path, even though the path kind of like you see like roads for like other carts and like footsteps in other directions, but you do actually find like a little bit of a better path. So that's saving you probably like I'm gonna say it's gonna save you like about like 20 or so minutes just of that path. So good job. That's one success. Okay, so you guys are good until I
We need 9 more to succeed.
And that's why when
I'll
you
probably-
see
I'll probably nerf
a
that a
blue
little
tip
bit, but-
shroom, you always make sure you follow it to the left, not the right. Because the right, you're gonna find all kinds of things.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess with those
Oh,
things.
really
So blue tip shroom, always go left.
I'll have to talk to my pals about training the path then. Thank you.
My tabaxi friend.
Yes, my
To-
portal
to-
friend.
To bring us back to the matter of Miss Anna's blatantly dishonorable behavior for one who claims to be of noble birth,
Noble doesn't mean clean.
I think that it must be stated that these humans do not share the same wholesome family values that us animal creatures have. No turtle
you
of
just-
noble heritage would ever
Grouping us up
behave
together like that.
in the way that Miss Anna has behaved.
Hold up, there are no noble turtles. The fuck are you trying to say?
Oh, the naivete of the human race.
Didn't you say there were only like 12 of you?
Yeah, wait a second.
We are few and far between, yes. But we do have a hierarchy, and we do act in accordance to the honors we are given, unlike some people.
Honors are made to be broken.
The defense rests.
Legend, what are you proficient in?
Acrobatics, athletics, intimidation, performance.
We fight.
Acrobatics, athletics. Okay.
Intimidation and performance.
I'm gonna say that the cart is pretty much
Anything's
getting
still there.
very close to another kind of big bump or something like that. And I want you to roll a check on that.
Okay, I'm trying to.
For acrobatics.
Okay.
And then if you win, then you can say whatever you wanted to say about that.
9.
9 total.
Hey, that's number 3.
Ah, that's number 3.
Does the
Oh,
cart
no.
break down?
We did it.
We did it. We did it. We did it.
Oh, we
yeah.
see
I
Mo.
know,
We
I know.
did it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
emotional support
I
though.
started the process.
We bumped on the log.
so pretty much at that moment, you guys hit another big bump, and he pretty much cracked a wheel.
Oh, don't worry.
And the cart has to stop again, as you pretty much all walk outside to see like the back right wheel is like it has like a big crack, like it can't continue in this state.
I look
Oh, I
at
don't know why I have fighting music still. Wait, where's that coming from?
I thought you were about to spring something on us.
And then boom!
Dragon.
Nah, that's just this music.
So we noticed how like the wheel is broken, right?
Yeah.
So how big is the tear or break?
I'm gonna say about like it's pretty much, remember, these are like carriage wheels, so like there's like a piece of it kind of missing now. I'm gonna say it's like 5 to 6 inches.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so I'm just gonna sigh, roll my eyes, and cast Mending. This spell repairs a single break or tear in an object I touch.
Okay.
As long as the break or tear is no longer than 1 foot in a dimension, you may mend it, leaving no trace of the former damage. The spell can physically repair a magic item or construct, but the spell can't restore magic.
You don't have to roll anything. You just do that, right?
Pretty much.
You gotta roll a Constitution saving throw
you
against
do.
the wheel.
The 2 bibbles
The
were
wheel
nodding. They were both nodding. Okay.
It just happens.
Okay, just woo!
The wheel does not want to be fixed. No. You actually, thankfully, you guys stopped immediately after that piece of it
cantrip,
breaking
too.
off, and you guys like. Give me because you guys have to lift the cart a little bit up. Actually, you know what? It's on the top. That's probably best because that'd be crazy as heck. You kind of just repair it, and you guys are good on your way. You guys are at 0 failures again. So
Well,
Oh,
Did we are we at 0 wins too, or
what?
are we at 0?
No,
success?
you still have 1 win.
Okay.
No, that'd be
what
crazy.
happened to
if I
our
just-
failures?
What do you mean?
It
by that?
happened.
Oh,
yeah,
it
just
the
happened.
wheel's cracked, but I fixed it.
Oh, that was the punishment.
That was the punishment
But
until
if
like,
we
and
didn't
then I'm
have
probably
that
gonna
spell,
ramp it up the
Yeah,
more
if-
you guys
no, if you
fail.
guys-
You would've been a-
Yeah, if I didn't have
Wow.
Okay, then you guys are back on your card again. If you guys want to switch places,
Did we
now
bring
is
a
the time.
sprayer?
Do we want to switch places? No.
I don't
I
want to
think-
sit next to her.
I think I want to sit in the front of the car.
Okay, summon someone from the front, on the passenger, the
I'll
pilot.
hop in.
Okay.
No, I wanted to sit with my cat
Oh,
friend.
well,
We were having animal bonding.
we were until you kicked me out.
Ooh.
You really think she's gonna move for you?
Well,
Don't do it.
we could see how hard she wants to fight. Just stay there.
Oh my God. Okay. The cart continues to move.
So wait, who's now on top?
Who is now
I'm
on
on top. I'm
Okay.
getting on top. No one's stopping me. The
Okay.
car is
And,
on
and
top.
as a peacemaker, I'll hop inside. I'm like, all right, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'll go inside.
Me and the 2
I
humans.
guess
And
I'm
Henrik is
on-
still sitting on like the edge. Okay.
I'm
Remember, you
sweet.
still have the option to sit on the edge of outside.
Ernst,
Oh,
are you
true.
on top too, or are you inside still?
Yeah.
I'm inside.
You,
From the
okay.
people I'm aware of
I'll
are
stay
inside
on.
are Legend,
He
Ernst,
refused to
and
sit next to
Cadence
you.
are still inside. If
And
you
I-
decide to stay outside, you can.
Well, we went off the path, so I have no idea where the markers are now. So I will go inside.
Okay.
'Cause he took us to the nature path.
Some of it was just a shortcut, and we came back.
Yeah, it was
to
like a little bit of a
Oh yeah.
shortcut.
Well, then I have to stay outside then.
Okay.
So I'll sit on the edge.
Okay.
I'd like to discuss something with my human friends.
Yeah, you're good. You can do that. The cart continues to move as they put the sound effects back on.
I
Cool, sound
understand.
effects.
I understand how some humans could fall under the impression that I am a total elitist. However, this is only from years of studying you and your history. I have come to the conclusion that humans are dangerously irresponsible with nature, and your work on this planet will lead to its utter ruin.
What a concept.
Ernst, give me what are you proficient in?
Intimidation, performance, and persuasion.
I'm gonna say that you tried to even in your drunken state you still tried to are you just continue? Should I just assume you're just continuously drunk?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna say you take out your guitar and you try to play like a little tune for everybody inside the cart.
All right.
And you have to beat. Remember, you have to beat 13 still.
13. Ooh, I got a
Please over 13.
17.
Nice. Okay. Just you could just say like a quick thing, and but you got that's another success for you guys. Congrats.
Ooh, six fails.
No.
Fails.
Okay.
9 fails. I want to get 10 fails rather than 10 successes.
Alright,
Like, I just want to get 10.
this song
30 fails.
30 fails. Sorry.
is dedicated to the most airheaded woman I've ever met.
Oh my fucking god.
They're actually deeply in love.
You guys heard it here first. The ship is real. The ship has sailed.
I once was a noble, so damn disgusting. She made a fart that made a musting. It came to my nose. I made a laugh, 'cause I knew that came out her ass.
Cadence kind of chuckles a bit at your joke. And there you go. That's another success. You guys can continue on until I give you guys your next
Are you on top?
skill challenge.
Okay.
Remember, everybody's on top is
It's 1, 2.
1, 2, and then these two are sitting on
Because
the
we're
edge.
sitting on the edge of the.
Yeah. As long as you guys don't stand up, you guys don't have to do the dexterity saving throws. If you guys move from place to place, you'll have to do a dexterity saving throw.
I look at the hatch and I look at Ernest and I close the hatch.
Okay.
Probably
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. I mean,
We're gonna chuckle jollily inside.
Are you on top?
You're on top.
He's on top. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just gonna laugh there then. Instead.
You're sitting right next to her.
I don't think there's ever been a song sung more poignantly.
So, out of curiosity, you mentioned, humans are the blight of the world, blah, blah, blah. How do you pin it only on humans? The dwarves are as industrious as the human. The elves don't care for anyone but themselves.
The elves, although they have made their errors, have found a way to coexist with nature in a less than destructive capacity. The dwarves mostly make their homes beneath the earth,
Where there's no nature, is what you're saying.
so most
There's
of the
nothing
things
below the
they
earth.
do-
They don't disrupt anything by digging down and down and down.
He has a point.
All I'm saying is, when discussing the wilderness and the wild spaces of this beautiful world, the dwarves have a very small impact.
If anything, the dwarves have one of the larger impacts with their inventions and their machinations.
Oh yeah, the hatch is close. so you can't hear it.
Machinations?
Unless if you guys can open it up if you feel like it again.
What a
Just
great
let me
big
know.
word.
SAT words.
SAT word.
SAT words I don't understand.
Mechanician.
Imagine.
Dwarves have been known to have wonderful hospitality, and I have been welcomed in many of the dwarven homes.
What
over
does
the
that have to do
years.
with nature?
During my time with the dwarves, I have noticed that they have a strong appreciation for the beauty of the wild, and it is reflected in their personal characteristics and their hardy nature. Humans, however, are
Humans
some
are
of the
driven.
most inconsistent species I have ever encountered.
Seeing as they're really going into a heavy debate, I crawl away from Kerma in the front and I move around and I push him to sit next to him because I don't want to sit there and be in between that. And I sit next to Lucky.
That is not to say that all humans are evil,
Evile.
or that they are all aware of how evil they truly are. But there are worlds within worlds, and most humans are blissfully unaware of whatever impact they may or may not have on themselves or the planet.
Every being makes its own way. I don't think it matters if they're a dwarf or an elf or a human. I've met plenty of dwarves who are vile creatures. And plenty of elves
we pause right there. We're gonna continue with another skill check while you guys are doing stuff.
While we're bickering.
Oh no, actually, yeah.
While
it's
we're
a- it's a-
philosophizing about my racial prejudice towards humans.
yeah, pretty much. Lucky, what are you proficient in?
Acrobatics, athletics, deception, intimidation, perception, persuasion, sleight of hand, and stealth.
Why do you guys have so many things that you're skilled at?
You'd be surprised.
He's a rogue.
You said. Say, like that was a lot.
Just name a skill he's trained.
Acrobatics,
Yeah.
athletics, deception, intimidation, perception, persuasion, sleight of hand, stealth.
Okay, I'm gonna say that you see like a couple like people on the path, kind of walking towards the other way, and I want you to roll a persuasion check.
Math. 23.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that like they kind of like question a giant cart moving on this smuggler's road, as you say it. What do you say to these guys? That like kind of you can tell like they're questioning you. So I want to you persuading them that it's not that you're good. So what do you
Do I really have to be like, it's not what it seems kind of thing? No, like, I'm confused as to why I have to persuade them.
I'm gonna say that they do ask you a little bit then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, about that.
It's like, oh, we're just traveling along. We actually happen to, come upon this giant wagon, and we kind of just made our own. We're traveling band of mercenaries, and so when we go to battle, we need someplace to store our, our equipment and whatnot. And if it gets hit, then it's strong enough to, take damage. As you can see from this dent here, when we did get attacked once, it held together.
Yeah, and the guys they kind of like lean a bit to see that axe mark that you still made, like it's still in the thing,
Nice.
and they're kind of just like,
The hand.
Is that hand still there?
I don't know, did anybody remove that hand?
I told you guys to remove it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Wait,
so
did
rem-
you? But you didn't remove it.
No.
But you
I
guys-
didn't remove it.
So nobody removed this hand. This hand is still
I thought you
visible.
did.
No, I just said someone should remove it.
Okay, so they kind of, that's even better. So they're like, yeah, I guess. And they kind of look and they go, oh, God, yeah. Yeah, good luck. And they actually walk faster in the other direction.
It's
see the hand and go,
like those car things. Those like the dice hanging off of the mirror, but
Yeah, but
instead
it's-
it's just the arm hanging off of
It's
the
just
side.
an arm, yeah.
I looked at it and I go, should we remove that hand?
I told you guys to remove it.
Should
I'm
we
not touching it.
remove the hand? I call to Korma and Henrik.
Where I'm just, but you see, like elves, just
I
Am I sharing the
No, no.
addling route with you
Yeah.
at this point? Like, we're just smoking from the pipe, like, but the elves.
I look at the end and I go, I'm
Can
not
we
doing
agree? Kobolds are just despicable.
Kobolds are very misunderstood creatures.
Hey,
Oh, boy.
Lucky,
You just
Yes.
do you actually retract claws from your hand? Tell
it.
us what.
Oh yes, and I show it.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Wait, are your hands actually soft?
Yeah.
Are you? Oh, they're so soft. Oh my goodness. Wait, so do the thing. Whoa! It's so amazing. It doesn't hurt you.
No, it's,
You have to manicure them.
no. Why would I manicure them? They're supposed to be sharp. It's
Yeah.
part of my weapon. It's also how I climb. When I'm scaling buildings and whatnot, it's actually a lot easier to have the claws to go up.
That's so amazing.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Our claws. I'm so familiar with claws.
Okay, shut the fuck up, come on.
We're just addled.
What's happening inside the cart, guys? You guys are inside the cart, and Cadence is now like, took out her notebook from her her thing. They remember you, Ernst. You remember her drawing and
Yes.
taking notes, and she's like, and she goes, and blue crayon, and red crayon, and yellow crayon, and she goes, and green. Do I need and gray crayon, and now she's kind of just like coloring. Like while you in the corner, still her arm around the thing because she's still not risking that, and she's kind of like put her legs up like this, and she's just like,
Drawing like an ape.
yeah, because someone didn't catch her. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much what she's doing, and it's just you three inside the thing. You guys remember, you guys still have options to open up the hatch. You guys can roll down the windows. This is pretty good cart, so whatever you guys want to do, just letting you know you guys have options.
I'm gonna reopen the hatch and go like, I heard some laughing up there. What's going on? Anything good? Any good stories?
If I'm honest, no.
Ernst, we really need your opinion on goblins here. Now, we settled that
damn.
kobolds are maybe a little misunderstood,
I
but
pushed-
goblins.
I push Ernest's
Yes,
head back
yes.
down, like close the
Goblins,
hatch. Just stay
I
down.
want-
Loving
want
him.
I want because he's really trying to hear if you guys are having a conversation. I want to see if you have enough strength to push him down. So give me-
Yeah, you want that strength?
Yes.
That's a natural 20.
Oh.
I'm
Slams
gonna
on his
say that she
fingers.
crawls back and like stuffs your head down and like goosh. And
like
Cadence kind of jumps a bit as you fall and then the thing closes.
You're so lucky because my strength modifier is a -1 if I hadn't rolled a natural
Wow.
20.
I would
You're
like
so
to do a
lucky.
strength check to see if I can shove her back
I
into
mean,
the
you're
car.
I guess.
How's he?
Well, she just
You
closed
shut
it.
the
She already
door on his
closed it.
head.
I'm opening it back up. No, we're still talking about goblins.
Yeah, you guys
here.
still talking about goblins. So that hey, I'm talking here with my best friend Karma.
Where were we? We were on goblins.
Yeah,
See,
goblins.
with goblins, it depends on what region you're encountering them in.
I find even in the northern and southern goblins are all nasty little creatures.
Generally speaking, they are horrible.
Lucky.
Yes, Anna.
Do you
But
want to go down inside?
I would love to go down
Okay.
inside.
So
we don't even notice they leave.
and then now it's them two guys who are extremely high out of their minds. Just
Addled.
Addled. Oh, I'm sorry.
Adult, no drugs.
No
drugs.
drugs. This
Do
is a
not
safe
do drugs.
environment.
Drugs?
not drugs.
Anna, what are you proficient in?
Me?
Yeah, we're back at the top of the skill for skill.
I mean, does
count.
that count? Because everything else is this. But it's not circle. I mean,
It's up to you.
Arcana, Deception, History, Investigation, Nature, Performance, Persuasion, Religion.
What the hell?
She's fake proficient. She's a bard. She gets to be fake proficient in things.
Yeah, it's usually what happens.
I'm gonna say you could roll whatever you want, but if you can justify it, anything out of your proficiency and
The top proficiency that I have, with my modifier, so to speak,
yeah.
is Arcana. But after that, everything else is like less than that, by like 1, literally.
Trying to figure out how much it is.
Do you want to see my character sheet? So,
Yes, please.
Yeah, here you go. Here you go.
Go.
So trolls, we were busy.
Yeah, pretty
Trolls
much.
are just stupid, aren't they?
Some of the less intelligent woodland creatures that I've encountered, yes.
Well, once
But-
I met one who was eating a stone.
I'm gonna
Sometimes a stone can be quite appetizing under the right circumstance.
Maybe for other creatures, but for humans, it's just too hard.
Humans are just so picky. Can't eat this, can't eat that.
It's a stone.
It's this conversation. I'm gonna say that dang, that whole conversation was so good. I completely lost my train of thought.
Like for
I'm gonna say that
because jack of all trades. Oh wait, where's this?
I'm gonna say that as you and Lucky move inside the cart, Cadence kind of smiles you a bit, and she asks you about how bard magic works. She's very curious about this. And roll for
And
Arcana.
there's no other bard in the card, so.
She's asking me.
Yeah, she's asking you because you kind of piqued her interest walking, just coming in.
Now me and
Okay,
him are just
so
laughing.
total 20.
Total 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you could say whatever you want to her about bard magic.
Oh, you see, we like to infuse our holy fuck, legends listening. We like to infuse the essence of theatrics in our magic. And magica comes from a deep pool of mana and such, but we like to infuse it with theater and music and all that fun creative stuff. You know, creativity? Like what
Yeah.
you're doing right now, you're drawing.
Uh-huh.
Yes, creative stuff.
Oh.
We funnel that into the use of our magic to just give it a little oomph, so to
Can
speak.
anybody be a bard? Or?
Yes! You can be a bot too!
And she her face lights up a little bit as you tell her about this. So yeah, you guys are good until the next skill check. Remember now it's all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people inside the cart, and it's just you two laughing on top.
I'm gonna pull out a deck of cards. Say, does anyone want to play, some cards?
Aye.
That's time.
Hit
Anyone
me.
I'm in.
Oh,
Anyone
no.
else?
Oh boy.
Hit me.
Alright.
Cadence,
We haven't started playing. Or...
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Kermit is yours.
So I start shuffling the deck and I start passing out cards. Whatnot.
oh, Cadence, real quick, honey. If you ever need another coloring like book, like a page or whatever, I have a book with me. If you need just more paper.
Okay. Yeah, but she kind of like flips through her page, like she has like a lot of pages left. She's like, yeah, I'll definitely let you know.
Okay, just.
Thank you.
Cadence, would you like to learn to play?
Yeah, and she kind of like sits down and like puts her crayons and everything back into her bag and like kneels down because the table is kind of like at a good height for her, and she kind of lays like her elbows on the table and she kind of just watches as you guys. I mean, like she goes like, I think you guys should play a game first so I could really figure this out. But I mean, I definitely want to just watch you guys for now.
I lean towards Lucky. We're not gambling,
We can gamble if you want.
but there's a child.
So then we won't gamble. We can just play. But don't be disappointed if you don't want to do it in front of a child. And so I guess we start playing and whatnot. And obviously, I cheat heavily. Not that you know that.
I think we should all make invest.
Well, it's against my sleight of hand.
Well, I mean, if someone's trying to cheat,
Perception.
it'd be sleight of hand
Yeah.
Versus perception.
versus perception. And
My
then-
passive perception is only a 9, but somebody's might be higher.
I have an 11.
11.
That's 15.
So I
I
mean.
mean, my.
So
No.
do I have
Nine.
sleight of hand?
What? Oh, that's really low.
Yeah.
Nah,
you.
What's 4 plus?
I think I know a way we
11.
could resolve this
Okay.
to do it. So, like, either choose sleight of hand, deception, or like just a straight up roll with like your proficiency or something, and whoever's higher wins or something like that, instead of actually playing cards.
Oh God! Every turn, everyone has to.
I just
roll
want to know why you all
perception
just
and
assume
sleight
because I'm a
We'll
thief.
just
I'm gonna
play.
cheat, or because I said it out of
Because-
character. It was out of character.
Yeah.
Right, I know, but if you're doing it, we at least
We're
get
not
our
even
passive perception.
Yeah, you
Oh,
guys
okay,
are still
okay.
talking about
That's fair.
different races up on top.
Yeah, I mean, we can keep going, but I feel like we should let some other
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
I was really intrigued.
No, you weren't.
I was not.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So with that 4 and 7, it's 11.
okay,
11 and
so
So who wins if it's all
well,
tied?
I think that they still see if it's.
Well, they'd see you cheating. I
Yeah.
don't know how you
I
guys
will
want to
just call.
resolve the actual card game.
I don't even point it out.
Yeah.
I just chuckle.
It's obvious cheating, yeah.
Wait.
Oh yeah.
I want to know this.
You actually just like take a card.
Okay, she goes,
What,
are you
what is your number?
11.
Yeah, she goes. What are you doing with the?
Oh, I'm cheating.
Oh,
It's just,
oh.
we'll learn how?
No, I mean,
I tell you right now, and if this is a very good skill to learn if you want to be, in social clubs and whatnot.
It's very detailed micro
yeah, and she
My
pretty
brain
much
can't
like, and you
handle
pretty
it.
much start like
Yeah, showing her how
telling her
to,
how to easily
move things around and whatnot.
move stuff around. Kerma, since you're next on the line, I'm gonna, since you guys are talking on the top, I want you guys, I want you to do a medicine roll. Nobody's sick or anything. It's just to talk about like the shrubbery around, since you know so much about nature. To Henrik.
Philosophy.
19 plus
That's-
my
yep.
4.
That's
so
good.
23.
That's another win. That's 5, guys. You probably won't go up to 10, but probably like not that many more until I say it's like successful for the day. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna get better. I'm gonna get better at this.
Speaking of my medicine, not my innate knowledge of medicine, I also have this herbalism kit, but it doesn't tell you what's in the herbalism kit. I don't know what's inside.
So this
the
is out of
herbalism
character,
kit.
just to be clear.
Yes, this is out of
Oh, I was like,
damn.
how the? What do you mean?
It's like an item in and of itself.
I'm gonna say
Players
since you
handle.
have a lot of herbs on your person, I'm gonna say that you just put all of your whatever you say that you have. I'm gonna say you have like 5 or 6 different herbs in there, and you already mentioned a couple of those, so I'm gonna say those are in there.
The
as well.
risen root and the
Yeah.
addling
Yeah,
weed.
Yeah.
They're just your stock supply.
So yeah, you could just that was successful. You can do whatever. You can strike up a conversation, or you can lean back and tell people about medicine, or about like, oh guys, look at that
No,
thing over there. Yeah.
Since me and him are having such a good conversation, but like, you know what? As far as humans go, I have to say, you are some of the best. And because we have become such good friends in this brief amount of time, meanwhile I'm adult still, so I'm just babbling.
Yeah.
Would you like to see what I've got in my herbalism kit?
Well,
We could make this a real trip.
I've never been asked that so quickly before.
Moving too fast.
Well, I'd love to see herbalism.
So I'm gonna go inside my herbalism kit.
Oh no.
I'm gonna pull out some berries. I'm gonna say, now these berries only grow in a very small valley in the north. Funny you mentioned the goblins, because I caught some goblins eating them up and just rolling around in the mud.
I love to do that.
So I figured, what would happen if a turtle ate one?
Oh my god!
I had 3. And I woke up from what one could call a dreamlike state. Around 300 leagues to the east, in a very shallow watering hole with some very interesting tieflings. And
Sounds like a good time.
I think that we're about to have an even better one right now.
We're gonna put that on pause as you guys are still playing your card game. How we're gonna resolve this one is we're all gonna roll d20 and the highest number wins the round. So everybody do that. I want to see how these card games are.
Oh, yeah.
No, not you guys. No.
No, let's just roll and see what we get. And see what happens. Let's see what happens.
I have a 8 here on cadence.
I got a 5.
5,
8.
8,
12.
4.
12.
Hey!
I got an
You're not
18.
really winning anything since you're still not betting anything.
Yes.
I'm so
The
upset about
turtle
betting.
won.
You're the one who said you didn't want to bet.
Yeah, you guys didn't continue with conversation.
We can bet if you want.
No.
We're probably gonna keep it up at like 2 more successes, and then you guys are good for like completed like the
I
day
will-
More
stage.
fails.
I look
3
up-
more fails.
I look across at Ernst. Ernst, you never answered my question earlier. What college did you study from?
And Cadence is like holding like a bunch of cards to herself. She's like,
Well,
I'll lean over and like help her out. Sorry, help her move things around.
Oh my.
Me being a dwarf, I of course come from the College of Valor. And
Hooah!
"Yeah,
my
you hear it's not from above."
I rolled an 18 for perception. I can hear everything.
my time there was short, to say the least, because of the
Accident.
the incident,
Incident or accident?
the accident.
Do I
That's better.
want
Acceptance is the
to
first
know
stage.
about this? Legend?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh, really?
He killed someone.
With music.
Oh.
It was like there was a demon in him. And the music.
And Cadence is like watching intently. She's like,
Oh yeah, I forgot about her.
Yeah, this
Legend
is what it's
didn't
like
care.
to be a bard. Yes, yes.
and like her face like goes from like complete glee to like, why? No.
Can we just pan back up? At this
Yeah.
point, we've eaten the berries.
let's go back to. It's like, are you sure this is a good idea while we're driving the cart?
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Horses practically drive themselves.
You're right.
With these newfangled things. There you go. 2 for you. 4 for me.
Can I get one for Nikolai? One more for the ferret.
And 1 for good luck.
Oh my god!
I came up to the ferret.
You see, they're surprisingly sweet. Which startled me since goblins have such poor taste. And then I realized it wasn't for the taste at all. You'll see in around 15 minutes.
Now after eating that boot, Henrik, give me a investigation skill challenge for there's like a kind of a hollowish log on the side of the road.
Disadvantage.
Well, not yet 15 minutes.
In
15 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
But that was a good call. I was thinking that
What are
too.
you rolling about?
14. He told me to roll.
Yeah.
I wish. I wish, too.
Uh,
I wish for the
So
information.
you guys kind of like before whatever these berries do hits you, you notice like a really big hollow log on the side of the road, and as you kind of slow the horses down a little bit to check, and it's just like a normal hollow log. I think it's just like that idling route, like really getting
We're
to you.
paranoid now.
Yeah, no.
I'm still looking out the window
Yeah.
like, why
See
did
that
it slow
log?
down?
Yeah, you see me?
See that log?
It's
I
the hatch
remember
open.
this one time I was fighting this beast from the beyond.
The beyond. Which beyond?
The one. Athras land. And there was this beast. 10 stories high.
Can we hear this?
Yeah,
And he was
yeah, the
made
cut is
from
open.
bark. Just like that log.
It might have been a tree, my
Oh
friend.
my god.
The trees. They're after us.
All right, wait a minute. I think we need some of the Adeline.
I'm sure the trees are after us.
Is everything
Tell
alright
me.
up there?
I swear I've seen that tree before.
Can I do a perception check? Because
On him?
I can't tell if he. At this point, I'm also affected, but
Yeah.
clearly not as much as he is.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
So-
Can
I
I
have a
just check to see
smaller
if this?
body.
Like at this point,
That's-
I'm not sure whether he's being crazy or
Okay,
whether
go.
we're
Are you
actually
on
going
the-
in circles.
Are you on the
That was another
drug?
success.
Oh, but I smoke the addling route. Like
All the time.
that's me. Like I smoke the addling.
Okay, so roll,
I think we're
roll
talking
to
about the
see if
goblin
he's.
And
if
the
he's-
berries haven't. The goblin berries haven't kicked in yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
okay.
they've kicked in for me. I think they kicked in early for me.
You're a lot
Ooh, I
smaller
rolled a
than
3,
everyone.
so no, I
Three,
guess
you
I
don't
didn't
really
notice
notice.
anything. So
Yeah, I
now-
haven't taken them as much, so I'm not as resistant. You got a 3.
Legend, can I see your calculator?
Well, you know, all these trees look the same anyway. It doesn't really make a difference.
I just want to make sure it's not stalking us, you know?
We should keep
Stalking us.
going.
We're discussing a tree.
Why?
Sketchy.
Let's
what
get going.
What does that even mean?
Like, yeah, the cart is still moving while they're doing that.
Is it going in circles?
No, you guys are moving.
Okay.
You guys are still moving on like
Okay,
the,
I'm
a little bit of yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm confused.
The trees.
They're everywhere.
It's like Snow White with the trees, just like woo, the faces are.
Legend, give me since you're telling the Earth's pretty much story, I want your roll performance.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's good. 21.
21. Tell me how good you tell this story. I want like whatever you say. That's a 21. You can do it, and that's 7. So I think that's good for like the rest of the like. You guys are pretty much. I'll tell you right after this, but yeah, good.
Alright, so she's acting it out, and you know, he's the head musician or whatever in the band, and he's playing, and he's really good, and the king's head explodes.
And
It's
Kane's is
so
like-
awesome. But actually really bad. But it sounds really awesome.
You get banished?
I've been haunted by Kras ever since.
I'm so sorry. Jesus.
I never did find out.
Mix.
I never did find out why it happened, but my gut tells me it was some sort of demonic possession.
Is it still inside you?
Nothing of the sort has ever
Cadence looks
happened
intently.
since. Don't worry, dear. This old dwarf has drank many spirits,
What?
and they've all gotten outside of me, if you know what I mean.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Cadence has no idea what the heck you just told her, and she's like scoots a little bit farther away from you.
Oh my goodness.
It's quite.
So what do these berries do? Oh wait, let's do another round of rolls
What
to see
don't they do?
Oh no.
to see who wins this card game.
6 or 9.
Okay,
Down to the bottom, it's a 6.
I'll say mine last. What do you have?
8.
Of
Eight?
course.
8 again.
8,
5.
5.
11.
Cadence won with a 19.
God damn.
Yeah, and Cadence is like,
She's
and
learning
she does like this
fast.
thing that she's probably seen a lot of people do. She's like, just like takes all the cards for herself. She's like, yeah, and she now has all the cards. She's like, cards, and like,
Cadence, sweetie. We kind of need these for everyone else.
oh, okay. And then she kind of gives out the
So I reshuffle the deck and pass that again.
So she just turns into like a mob boss for one.
Give it to me.
Get him, Johnny.
Yeah, as she says that, she kind of like moves a little bit more. She's like, yeah, and then she gives it back. So I'm gonna say that as this kind of story ends, the road even though it's really bumpy for you guys, it kind of like smoothens out a little bit more as you guys just got off of Lucky's path and are now back on the main road. And that's the end of day stage. So congrats, guys, you did it!
Yay!
Nobody died! Okay, guys, I think we ended at a pretty good time this week.
Oh, so we're calling right here?
Yeah, good.
Wait, is that it? Is there
Yeah.
no
Calling
announcements?
No, yeah, that's calling it for this
Oh,
episode.
oh my God, that's
Are we
it
cut off?
today.
No, not cut off. We're gonna do announcements of I think one person followed.
I'm like, that was so.
Yeah, who's this follower?
All right, everyone, we're done.
I'm super excited for this berry.
What?
Huh?
Say 30.
What?
Say 30.
Say 30. Thank you for following.
Say.
Yeah, say 30.
Ooh, who cheered?
Yo, we got one cheer.
One cheer. What?
Drake was in.
Thanks, Drake.
Let's go, Zach.
Yo, it's Zach.
Let's go,
Hey,
Zach.
thanks, Zach.
Yeah.
Woo! Okay.
Hello, Zach. We love you.
Dearly.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching episode 6 of The Way You Roll. For an arc that I'd like to call.
Lost in the woods.
Part one.
Forma gets high.
High in the woods.
My weekend at Kearney's. Corvus.
Oh man.
If Anna had been out on the cart, she would have had some goblin.
The stagecoach shakedown. Thank you so much. I'm gonna try to keep this kind of. I love this kind of thing. I'm gonna try to get back, figure out skill check a little bit more for next episode. But next, as soon as you get back next week, we're gonna be going into the night stage of the next day of day 2, and you guys will move into the pretty much continue on your journey. Thankfully, nobody from your party has died, so that's great. Thank you so
Only
much
a
for
couple of
watching. We'll
Jerrys
see you
have
guys next Sunday.
Damn
Hashtag
Jerry.
is it Sunday yet? And
Yeah.
also remember, if you do hashtag the way you roll, and you pretty much tweet to Waypoint Gaming, you can have your name as one of the characters, and our party may or may not kill them all. So
We will most likely kill them.
We will desperately try to kill them.
thank
They're
you so
going to
much.
die.
We'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much
See
for
you
watching.
later.